Hello. Hi guys. Ooh, okay. It's such a cloudy day today. Okay. Hi guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Omosha Adeola and welcome to Skincare Education. Today, I just want to welcome you guys. Just wait for a few people to join before I start my topic for today. But I just want to mention that last week skincare education didn't hold. I couldn't just hold skincare education last week because I wasn't in the right frame of mind. As you all know, or if you don't know, I'm a Nigerian by birth. I'm originally Nigerian, and with all the things going around with the EndSARS protest, I just couldn't bring myself to come online or come on live. I was so down, and I just needed to share that with you guys because I just couldn't. I had to just post that, we postponed till this Wednesday, and again, I just couldn't just bring myself to come on. I had my Instagram, posts coming up because they were already scheduled, and but it was just a time for me. Like, even I don't know if I've recovered fully, but well, here I am, and I just want to just mention that I also feel I don't give enough introduction about myself and about what skincare education is about exactly. Okay, so my name is Omosho Adeola, and some people know me as Fumilayo. You're right. So anyone you call me, I am fine with it. I'm a skincare formulator. I'm a cosmetic formulator. I'm originally a makeup artist. I'm still a makeup artist. I still do that as well. But right now I'm focusing more on my skincare formulation and cosmetic formulation in general, and I do have a product in the market that is doing well, or line of products in the market that is doing well, but I just realized that a lot of people need more education in line of skin, or of their skin, or how they take care of their skin, because a lot of times we see different products, we don't necessarily know exactly how to use them. Sometimes you have products in your shelf that you don't know how to use. Sometimes you see there are different products, one for the eyes, one for the face, one for the one for morning, one for evening. A lot of people ask me, why can't I use my body cream on my face? And and also some people don't know their skin type, so they just use products just however. Some people don't know the functions of different skin products, and basically that's why I decided to start doing skincare education, to more like harm you with information that you need to purchase your skincare products from wherever, so that when you go to the store you can read skincare labels and know that they are right for you, and all of those things. So that's exactly why I do this. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about exfoliators or exfoliation, and I'm sure you've heard, you know what exfoliation is, or you've heard the term exfoliation. So exfoliation is actually a process of scrubbing or buffing off a layer, buffing off a layer of the skin or of anything. You exfoliate and scrub, just exactly what it means. So why and so exfoliators are the things that we use to exfoliate the skin. So I'm talking about the skin, so I'm just going to delve right into it and talk about exfoliation of the skin. The skin, like I mentioned in the first class, the skin is comprised of different layers, and of course, like I mentioned, as the blood supply, as the cells of the skin lose blood supply, they move up to the top layer of the skin, and as they move up, they flatten out and they lose supply, they dry out, and then they flake out until they get to the top. So sometimes they remain there, not sometimes, they actually remain there unless we buff them off, unless we exfoliate. When we take a bath, we don't necessarily exfoliate if you use just soap If you use just water, you don't necessarily exfoliate. But when you take like a sponge to exfoliate your body, to scrub your body, or use a washcloth, yeah, those are forms of exfoliation, to take out those skin cells, the dead ones, to reveal the ones underneath that are alive and still have, you know, enough blood supply. So basically that's what it is. Also for your face, when you exfoliate your face, I'm sure you've heard about products like what's it called? I'm sure you've heard about product like St. Ives facial scrub. They started this scrub thing, and they had this physical scrub beads inside that kind of just helps you buff your skin, and then you feel like you have that sense of you know, buffing my skin off and exfoliating my skin. That's what exfoliation is, you know. And exfoliation basically helps to improve cell turnover rate, okay, so that it's kind of this, as again I mentioned, as we age, the cell turnover rate slow down. Let me explain. A baby, you don't need to a baby can baby's cell turnover rate happens like every few days, but as an adult, that cell turnover rate slows down, right? So for you to reveal fresh layer of skin every time, a baby's skin is always looking smooth because there's always fresh layer as soon as possible, because the cell turnover happens like every few days. But for an adult, it takes about 30 days, you know, depending on your age, it starts slowing down. And that's why we need exfoliation to help to improve or increase that cell turnover rate. So by the time you exfoliate, new fresh skin that still has blood supply will be revealed, and then you see a clearer skin. Yeah, so basically that's what it is. So the benefits of exfoliation: they help remove dead skin cells, which I have mentioned. It shrinks pores. It helps to shrink your pores. Excuse me. It helps to shrink your pores. It helps in the effectiveness of actives. Okay, I'll explain that in a minute. It also helps to, you know, reduce fine lines and wrinkles, because dead skin cells could actually settle in your fine lines, and it's looking all messed up. But if you exfoliate as often as possible, that part gets smoothened out, and so it reduces fine lines and wrinkles. I mentioned that it helps in the effectiveness of active products. So when you exfoliate your product, say for instance you don't exfoliate your product, your skin is full of dead skin cells. Mind you, dead skin cells also clog the pores. So when they clog your pores, mixed with germs and bacteria and oil, your natural sebum, and then you have blackheads and pimples and acne, right? Those are also factors of pimples and acne. That's why you should exfoliate your skin as much as possible. But now, also, if you don't exfoliate, your skin looks dull as well, because, you know, it's like your fresh skin is being covered by dead skin cells that don't have any reason to be there. Also, but when you buff it off, fresh layer of skin is revealed. Then you can use your actives, like if your moisturizer have actives in them, when you apply such moisturizer, or you apply your vitamin C serum, or you apply your retinol, your antioxidant, those actives will be able to actually work better, as opposed to applying your actives on dead skin cells. You know, it doesn't have any it doesn't have enough power to penetrate, you know, into the skin to work effectively. So it's like exfoliation is like the basics for your skin products to work for beautiful skin, if you get what I mean. So yeah, you need to exfoliate. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about different methods of exfoliation. There are different methods of exfoliation. We have physical exfoliation, we have or physical exfoliators, we also have chemical exfoliators, and we also have enzymes. Yeah. So physical exfoliators, I mentioned St. Ives scrub. That's basically what we know them for, though they have different, same St. Ives, but they have different ingredients they put in there right now. But yeah, okay, yeah, it's St. Ives apricot scrub. That's the name I'm looking for. So that's an example of a physical scrub. Okay, so when you have a product that there are beads, or again, a polish like sugar polish, body polish, that made with sugar and scrubs, coffee beads, and all of those things. All of those things are exfoliators, because what's their function? to help buff the skin, slough off extra dead cells on the skin. So those are examples of physical exfoliation. Also, you can use sponges, your Clarisonic and all of those. What's this other one called? You know, there are different type of brushes, face brushes on the market. Those are also physical exfoliators. We also have loofahs, you know, that people use to. Loofahs are actually plants and they're natural that you use to buff off your skin. We also have sponges, you know, different, even washcloth, okay, is also a form of physical exfoliation. And one thing about physical exfoliation is that you get instant, immediate results, right? The result is immediate because what you're doing is, you know, there's soap and water or whatever, facial, maybe a milk or gel wash, anything you want to use, you apply it and then you wash that skin with a washcloth or something. Immediately you feel that your skin is smoother because the effect is immediate, right? You immediately see a result, as opposed to a chemical exfoliators. Chemical exfoliators, well, yeah, they're chemicals, they're acids, or sometimes people call them acid peels. They're acids and, well, they're chemicals, but some of them are naturally derived. Like your glycolic acid is the most common chemical exfoliators that people know about. Glycolic acid, it's actually made from, it's from sugar. Glycolic acid is from sugar. And then we also have lactic acid, which is from milk, okay? So when you see people have goat milk in their products, is because of that lactic acid. In our what's it called, facial mask, we have goat milk in it, and it's because of the lactic acid to help to exfoliate, help in the process of exfoliating the skin gently. So we also have mandelic acid, malic acid, and all of those. Those are AHAs. Those are alpha hydroxy acids. Okay. Alpha hydroxy acids, those are AHAs, right? So when they say a product has AHA, alpha hydroxy acids, you'll be thinking of your glycolic, your lactic, you'll be thinking of your mandelic or malic. It will have any of those. But if it tells you it has BHA, then you'll be thinking of salicylic acid, you know. Your glycolic acid is mostly water soluble, while your salicylic acid is mostly oil soluble or alcohol soluble. So that's one thing that you need to know. So your BHA is your salicylic acid, and those are BHA. And then we now have the enzymes, which are, you know, like your papain from papaya, which is, yeah, papain enzyme is from papaya. Then we also have bromelain, which is from pineapple. So these are fruit enzymes, which kind of just helps buff off the skin as dead skin cells as well. So these are the different types of exfoliators. I've talked about the physical exfoliators, where you have your brushes, your sponges, your physical scrubs that make use of tiny granules, your loafers, and your washcloths. Those are all physical exfoliators, and you get instant results. Now let me tell you how chemical exfoliators work. They kind of just help. You see, there's a bond on the skin. There's a bond that holds the skin together like a glue. Like you have the skin cells, pardon me, like you have all those skin cells round and tiny. Don't even, guys, I don't want to draw again. The last time I tried to illustrate with drawing, I think I messed the whole thing up. Okay, but try and imagine what I'm talking about. So the cells on the skin are all flat and they are glued together with a bond around them, just like that. So what's your physical your chemical exfoliators or your acids do is that they help to break that bond, that glue. So the skins are loose, and so when you wash with water and soap, the skin cells wash away. And that's what your chemical exfoliators do, as opposed to the physical ones that actually just scrubs them out immediately. The chemical ones, you'll be seeing results gradually. You don't see results almost immediately, but you see results gradually. And let me tell you the difference between the two, another difference between the two. Some people believe that physical exfoliators are very harmful to the skin, because sometimes, especially when you use granules like walnut bark or fruits or stuff like that, because they have these physical edges that kind of jab, they could actually cut through the skin, and so of course you could have hyperpigmentation from that because the skin is damaged and all of those. Some people believe that physical exfoliators are very a bit too harmful and a bit too much on the skin, but again, everything depends on what's it called. There has to be a limit, you know. For me, physical exfoliators, I would say, are safer in my own, you know, understanding. They are safer. Now, a chemical exfoliator doesn't give that physical scrub effect, but it kind of just, like I said, breaks out the bond and it works gently, and then you start seeing fresh layer of skin being revealed gradually. But a chemical exfoliation like glycolic acid, for me, I'm always a bit skeptical to work with glycolic acid because it has more tiny molecules, right? It has, like, I think it has the tiniest molecules, and it travels, that tiny molecules travels so fast into the skin that it really works, but it's kind of like does more than you ask it to do most of the time, if you get what I mean. So I'm personally skeptical to work with glycolic acid. Not that I'm not saying I'm never going to work with it, but of course there has to be different, you know, testing here and there for me to work with it. But hey, this is what I'm talking about. You have safer options like your lactic acid and mandelic acid to work with. Now, these chemical sunscreens, not to say that they're actually chemicals that will damage your skin, not to say so, because you can have your, so people call it acid peels, but there has to be, like I said, everything has to be a limit. It has to be a limit. When you're scrubbing your face physically, you don't over scrub. In fact, you don't scrub more than twice in a week, you know. But some people, especially those who have oily skin, they tend to over scrub their skin, and they feel like the more they scrub, the more the oil is going to go. But you know, just to be sure not to damage the skin's acid mantle. If you don't know what that is, please check my previous class. Okay, so that's one part. And on the other side of the chemical sunscreen, you don't want to use high percentages. You have to start with the low percentages of the chemicals exfoliators, you know, so that you don't overdo things and get your skin irritated. So any of the two can actually irritate your skin. You just have to know where to balance it, you know. You just have to know at what point. Maybe you use it twice in a week, maybe you use it once in a week, depending on how your skin can take it. And then we also have fruit enzymes, which I've also talked about. So those are the different types of exfoliators that we have. Do not forget that immediately you exfoliate your skin, you have to moisturize. It is very important that you moisturize your skin. It is very important that you do not over exfoliate your skin as well. If you have any questions at this point, I would like you to just ask so that I can just end this class, because right now I believe I am done with the training. And if you do not remember your questions now, you can send them to me via DM or SMS. All right, thank you very much for joining. I do not want to take any more of your time, so do have an amazing day, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Bye.